number 9 and plays in Detroit. Okay. That dude, what he does with the ball, it's impressive.
Shannon, your guy. Do you like what Rodgers said?
Well, when it comes to the no-look pass, he's absolutely right, Skip. Brett Favre was the first that I saw do it. And Brett Favre was the first guy, Skip, that would try anything in a game. Now, we know some guys work on stuff in practice, Skip, but Brett Favre would do it in the game. Brett Favre actually did what Brady did the other night. He threw a ball that was bad, and he caught it and took off running with it. So Brett, the no-look, the underhand stuff, he threw a touchdown underhanded. So that's where, and who's his offensive coordinator? Andy Reid. That's why I think Andy liked Mahomes so much, is because he reminded him so much of Brett. Now, he doesn't have the kamikaze, reckless style like Brett. Because Brett would go head first. Brett didn't care. Brett would try to run over a defensive tackle. He would try to dive from the 5-yard line to get into the end zone. But Aaron is absolutely right. I don't think people realize how good Brett was. Brett was 3 consecutive MVPs, and he would try anything, anywhere on the field. Now, it got him in trouble a lot because he put the ball in harm's way a lot. Mahomes is a lot more careful with the football, but he's absolutely right. Aaron Rodgers would throw the no-look passes. What he was referring to as far as Matthew Stafford is the arm angles, the slot in which he throws the ball. We see Mahomes do that a lot. We see Aaron Rodgers do that a lot. He said, let's not forget about the guy up in Detroit, Matthew Stafford. But that's it. Because when we're talking about the quarterback, we're talking about Favre, we're talking about Rodgers and Mahomes. If we're talking about arm angles and the ability to change arm angles and slots to throw the ball, okay. But that's as far as Matthew Stafford should enter into this room when we're talking about those other 3 guys.
So, when I first saw this story and then watched the highlight of his appearance on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers, I laughed and laughed and laughed because your man, Aaron Rodgers, is putting your man, Patrick Mahomes, in a tough spot here because he is calling BS on all the latecomers who are jumping on the bandwagon of Patrick Mahomes saying, he's invented the no-look. There's a guy across from me who kind of pushes that agenda here on this show, right? That narrative of... Yeah, I think so. I think
but
somebody
what about the jump passes? He's throwing jump passes that go for 80-yard touchdowns. Who invented that?
Well, somebody, the Hall of Famer across from me, is constantly trying to tell me that he discovered Patrick Mahomes, which I don't think he did, my homeboy. I don't think you're from Texas, but I don't know. I think you're from rural South Georgia, the last time I checked.
What if he could have if he could have gone to Denver?
Yep, well, but he didn't. So the point is that I loved what Aaron Rodgers said because he's calling BS on everybody who's jumping on that bandwagon because in the end, he's saying, really, Brett invented the no-look. And I'm sure if we looked hard, we could find somebody else back in history who threw some no-look passes.
But not routinely, Skip. But also what he's doing, like, hold on. Y'all giving this dude too much credit. Y'all giving him too much shine. Hey, hold on now. Did y'all forget about your boy, folk? Did y'all forget about 12? You know, 12 can make those throws that he's making also.
Well, this whole conversation started on the show when he said, I threw a sweet no-look late in the game. In which he was saying, I set up the defense for it because it took several plays for me to get there to Devontae. Okay? So, and by the way, Aaron's really good on this show because he's just kicked back talking like they're in the locker room, right?
Joe could do that too, Skip. Joe was a guy that he'd be looking here and knowing he wants to go there, and he moved the guy and throw it right there. Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
Yeah, guys do it, but, and Skip, here's the thing. They didn't have the amount of cameras. Skip, everything is recorded now. They go back and play it, and you see they pretty soon they're gonna say, well, he was actually talking to Andy Reid when he threw an 80-yard touchdown to Tyreek Hill. Skip is getting, you got to embellish it as it goes.
Okay, so you're admitting you've embellished a little bit.
No, I'm just saying, Mahomes shouldn't get credit for the no-look. There were guys that were doing things like Mahomes is doing now. Brett Favre did play. It was just many, many years ago, and I think the thing is people don't really, a lot of young people don't realize that he actually played in Green Bay, Skip, because Aaron Rodgers has been there for so long.
Okay, but Aaron didn't make it just about Aaron. Where he was trying to say, hey, I invented this back, or I learned it from Brett Favre. Because he quickly went to Matthew Stafford, and he said he's been doing bleep like that, so he's just cursing openly on this
I'll tell you what he hadn't been doing like that, winning. That's one thing Matthew Stafford has not been doing, is winning. And that coach, can somebody tell me how Matt Patricia still have the job, Skip?
I don't know. They just lost 20-0 to Carolina, right?
Yeah. Skip.
Okay, but Matt Stafford has been doing this for a long time, and Matt Stafford played baseball at a very high level, along with Clayton Kershaw at Highland Park High School. They were battery mates, obviously, and pitcher-catcher. So the point is that Matt Stafford doesn't get nearly enough credit for what he does because they don't win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If Mahomes wasn't winning, he wouldn't be getting no credit either.
Yep.
Because, I mean, think about all the seasons that Drew threw for 5,000 yards, but they were going 6-10, or they're 7-9, and nobody cared about that. It wasn't until he started winning that people started like, well, hold on, look at Drew, man. Look what Drew doing. Drew deserved to get some credit. But Skip, look, I get it. And sometimes we forget, the term you like to coin, prisoner of the moment. We think that the guy that's doing something, he's the only guy that's ever done what he's doing. No, there have been other guys that do it. But Mahomes is phenomenal, Skip. Let's not minimize what he's doing now. Because he can do some things that, Brett could do it, but not
okay,
like
I give you phenomenal, but I don't give you invention.
No.
He didn't invent all these things.
No, Skip, I mean, hold on. Edison invented the light bulb, but there have been people that have made it brighter, that expanded on it. Now they have, you know what I'm saying, Skip? So we're going to give Edison his credit. We're going to give him that. But they made it brighter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't invent these pads, but he made it.
So you're saying that Patrick Mahomes is a better no-look passer than Brett Favre was?
Yep.
I say wrong baloney.
And I'm going to say when it's all said and done, he's going to be a better quarterback than all of them were. That's what he's going to be.
Well, he's got a long way to go. Is he going to play, what, 20 more years?
He might not even need to play with about 10.
Really?
He might not even need to play with 10, but the way he's going.
Really?
Another MVP? Another Super Bowl MVP?
So if he's only going to play 10 years, you're predicting that he's going to go to 8 more Super Bowls?
Skip, we're not going to skip. It might not be a situation where he get more than, because there are a lot of guys that have more titles than Jordan. But if he goes 5 for 5 with 5 MVPs, or he goes 4 for 4 with 4 MVPs and 3 or 4 regular season Super Bowls, and a couple of these, because he's on pace to be right at 5,000 passing yards, Skip. You know, did you know he lead the league in passing? I didn't know that till I looked yesterday. And he's 27-2. So he's on pace to go 40 and 5,000 after going 5,050. I don't know, Skip.
Yet Sunday night at Las Vegas, he's playing against a defense that had 10 players on the COVID list all week and lost 3 starters for the game, and it took him till the bitter end to pull the game out.
And he got the 11 that played on defense had to sit on ice for the next 2 days because he put foots in them.
Really? Huh. Well, you better be careful putting foots in people with COVID.
He got something for your guy, number 12, too.
Yeah.
He going to show you once and for all. Because you know what he did to him last time, right? You know what he did last time in your house.
Really?
He going to come to your house again.
Well, I just hope he throws a no-look pass right to Devin White for a pick 6. Because that tends to happen to really good quarterbacks when they go to Tampa Bay. This guy who was speaking here, he threw almost 2 pick 6s.
And your guy you're made up for it. Because you just... So, can you go on record now? Who's playing better, Tom Brady or Mahomes?
Well, right now, at this moment, since you're a prisoner of the moment, I'd have to give it to Mahomes.
So you think Tom Brady has had a comparable season?
Body of work.
No. I'm talking about a body of season. I'm talking about body of season. I'm talking about just this year, 2020.
Okay. Who played better at Las Vegas? I think Tom Brady did.
Skip, the thing is that Tom has 3 bad games that's worse than any game that Mahomes has ever played in his life.
Ever played in his life.
Has Mahomes ever played a game as bad as what he played against New Orleans, Tom Brady played against New Orleans? Has the Mahomes had in his short career, I know it's short, he do one of these old floppers. But has he ever in 3 years had a game as bad as what Tom Brady played against New Orleans?
Well, the better question is, has Tom Brady ever thrown 2 second-half interceptions in a Super Bowl and been down 20-10 while throwing those 2 interceptions?
My guy's never lost a Super Bowl. My guy ain't never lost a Super Bowl. He don't know what that feel like. He don't know what it feel like not to have the confetti rain down on him on his colors. Like me, I don't know what that like.